Hi everybody, it's me Monica and welcome to another The Sims 4 speed build here on Simsphony channel. So thank you so much for watching today. This one is going to be very interesting, I can assure you, even though it's a tiny home. But anyways, let's start. This is a shipwreck that we are going to build on 40 by 30 lot in Sulani, the world that we've got with the Sims 4 island living. And basically, we've got this shipwreck somewhere in our catalogs, I think in decorational section. And since the day one, I really want to create some kind of a functional thing for it, let's say it like that. But of course I couldn't do it because I didn't know what to do or how to work with the tool mod, but I can do it now. And today also I'm going to use some custom content because you guys, I miss it a lot. We've been doing so many content with the regular sim specs because we've got so many of them lately, and of course we wanted to explore all of them, but it's about time for me to do another CC build. Even though this one is quite small, this is going to be a tiny home residential, and it's also going to be small business. So basically I had this crazy idea in my head of a pirate ship that sank, and the pirate lost his crew and everybody. He almost drowned himself, but the mermaid from island living from Sulani saved him. And basically they fell in love, of course, because I had almost like a Little Mermaid kind of a romance in my head. But that's not so important. Basically, she helped him to save or recover this small piece of ship and turn it into his home. So basically some pieces of furniture was saved and he was able to create like a tiny small home for him and for his girlfriend mermaid basically. But unfortunately he lost all his treasures and he didn't have any money or gold to survive whatever you want your gameplay to be. So basically with some, let's say, trash and some pieces of things that he was able to recover from the ship, he created this small outdoor business. Let's even say like a deserted island kind of vibes, almost like a private island with the bar outside and also a fire pit where people can dance around. And I found a gramophone from Felix Andre that I placed outdoors so people can listen to the music. So basically he wanted to turn his misery into his happiness here on this deserted island, let's say it like that. Originally I wanted to make this as an off-grid lot, but unfortunately that didn't work that well, just because we have this ticket kiosk that is going with the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies, and you kind of need that ticket kiosk so people can pay you for your service and also for the things that they can do in your business. So unfortunately I needed to quit that idea and turn this into a regular tiny home, let's say it like that. But I need to tell you that for some reason I had some issues with the kitchen later on when I started playtesting this lot. Everything was functional except for the kitchen, and I just couldn't figure out what it is. I still didn't do it. So you're going to see in this speed build that I placed like a little stove, but at the end I decided to remove it because I just couldn't figure out how to fix it. So you are going to have one counter left that is functional, and also the fridge is going to be functional. But after some thought, I decided to place a grill outside that you are going to be able to use and cook on it. So hopefully that's okay for you. And if you find a solution, please let me know, and please let my subscribers know, because I just couldn't figure it out. And by the way, I was truly trying not to use too many pegs, like regular The Sims 4 pegs, because I decided to use custom content. So hopefully you're going to have the majority of the pegs. For the Shipwreck, of course, you need to have the Sims 4 island living. And of course, you need to have the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies if you want this business to be functional. But everything else is very easily replaceable. I placed this outdoor toilet, let's say, from the Sims 4 horse ranch. Also, I used some fairy lights, I believe, from debug section, the Sims 4 Cottage living. I often use them. I just can't live without those fairy lights. Also, I did a basement. You were able to see that not long time ago, and I'm going to extend it a little bit. So in that part, we are going to have one functional bathroom for like the household. And also we are going to have one room for activities. And there I decided to use the Sims 4 crystal creations, because I really wanted to have that table where the Sims can make their crystals. And I just thought that works with both the mermaid and the pirate vibes. Also, I decided to put one easel there, and what else? A chess table. So I added also some extra activities here on this lot, so you can, have some extra skill and maybe change this small business to your liking, add some more activities or less activities. There is not so many things that you can do in here, just because I thought that this pirate just turned this island into his own business, basically. So everything that you can do, except for playing around the fire and dancing and drinking bar drinks. You can swim in here. You can do some sand sculptures. So it's not, there is not so much that you can do. It's more like an open doors party area. Maybe if you have a different story, it would be nice to have some yoga mats or meditation thingies in here, like a meditation pillow. So that would be very nice. But I believe that I didn't use any spa day things in here. So I didn't choose that direction for this particular build, but I really had this idea in my mind of like a broken ship and a business here on the island, and I'm really truly hoping that you like that idea, because I enjoyed it so much. I find it quite original. I don't know. Obviously, I didn't have a lot of building problems in here because we have just the basic shapes over here. But anyways, maybe you were able to notice, but I placed this one more area upstairs, and that's actually on the third floor, because we have the first floor, and then on the second floor is a shipwreck, and nothing on the second floor is functional. So nothing functional is on the second floor. But on the third floor, I decided to make this basically small space that I used as a observatory. So you can find 2 telescopes out there, and one more telescope downstairs where the bar is. So actually, I decided to make one more business thingy and make this as a space where you can observe the sky and the moon and things like that. Also, I placed a lot of fireflies around the lot. So many that at the end I decided to remove some of them, just because it was a little bit too much of the fireflies. I can't believe that I'm saying that, but here in Sulani that wasn't so realistic, because I didn't want this lot to look like over dramatic with magic. It wasn't the vibe, so I removed some of the fireflies at the end. But since I wanted this lot to be off the grid and I couldn't get it done, unfortunately, I still wanted this lot to look like it's off the grid. So the only lights, except for these fairy lights that you can see on the palms and hanging around, basically, you can see a lot of torches and candles around. So basically, all of the light that I was using was natural, let's say it like that. So hopefully that's okay with you. I don't know, I just like that vibe and fairy lights and things like that. So we are finally coming to the interior of this house. I used quite a lot of new packs from the CC creators, because I didn't have the opportunity to download all the new packs that came out in last, I don't know, 2 months maybe. So for the majority of these items, I don't even know the names, but you are going to be able to download this build from the CurseForge. You are going to find the download information in my description, as always. So you're going to be able to see all of the packs, and you're going to be able to download all of the packs that I've been using for this and figure out all the names, because literally I started using some new custom content creators lately, like Valia. Also, I decided to download some items from Simbrulette as well. Felix Andre, Harry, and Pierre Sims got some new items as well. So it was very exciting for me to explore all these new possibilities. The Clutter Cat actually published some of probably my favorite packs ever from her. I believe that collection is called Falling for Fall. I'm not 100%, but I believe that's the name of the collection, and I really like it because it looks very dark academia, but it has some modern furniture as well. So it's very nice because I've got some new custom content that I can use for my rustic and fantasy builds. So That's always super helpful. Um, you can read some books in here as well. So I added bookshelves because I don't know, pirates and mermaids and stories, and you need to have a bookshelf, right? And we have this beautiful wardrobe. That's a new item in my collection, and I believe that's from Felix Andre's estate kit estate, but I'm not sure which part it is, to be quite frank with you. And also you can notice that I placed like 100 pillows on this bed, but it looked so cozy that I just had to. I believe that's one of the things that it's not realistic in this interior, because how the hell they saved so many blankets and pillows. But yeah, I just love that, and I just needed to incorporate some of the cozy aesthetics into this build. I just couldn't help myself. And for the kitchen, I told you I had some issues, so at the end you are going to see some changes, but it looks, well, basically the same. This sink is, I believe, from Simbroulette's Cheap and Cheap, and it's actually functional off the grid. So if you decide to um, turn this lot into a off the grid lot at the end, and you decide not to have a small business over here, which I think it's a great idea anyways, because you can have your own party area outside or something like that. You can have a functional sink, and also from the same collection, I use the shower and also I use the toilet. So that's very nice because those should be functional off the grid. Also, this stove that I've been using is from the same collection and also should be functional off the grid. But as I told you, for some reason, none of the counters on this wall weren't functional, or the stove. And I literally tried to remove everything. I tried to remove wall decals, or also this wall decorations and shelves with clutter. I was trying to figure out, is there something outside that is, but no, it just, for some reason, it doesn't want to work. So unfortunately, I needed to remove that and add one more counter, this next to the window instead of this one, so that counter is functional and the other ones aren't. But yeah, as I said before, I added the grill outside at the end, so you can cook on the grill as well, and that's quite nice. And at the end, I decided to make this shipwreck a little bit more overgrown, just because I like that. And these overgrown parts are from Felix Andre's estate, but all of the other parts are from the island living, so that's a convenient. So basically, this is the last part that I'm going to show you today, and that's a basement part. So we have like one small bathroom with all the necessities, like with the shower, with the sink, and also a toilet. And on the right side, we are going to have this kind of a craft room and activity room, let's say it like that. So you guys, I'm truly hoping that you enjoyed this speed build and that you like this, like the overall idea of having a shipwreck lot. I don't know, I tested out and it worked quite nicely, and it was very fun to play in it. So I'm hoping that you are going to enjoy it too. As I said before, you're going to be able to download it from the CurseForge, and all of the things that you need to know are listed in the description down below. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for enjoying my content and supporting me. That means so much to me, and I'm sending you a lot of kisses, and I just cannot wait to see you again very, very soon. Bye bye, everybody. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future builds. Until the next time, bye guys!